right? So I think one of the great Venn diagrams I found on product sense is, it's basically a mix of empathy and creativity, right? Empathy is very straightforward. Empathy is when you're able to put yourself in the shoes of someone and understand what they feel about a situation. And creativity uh, is your own contribution to solving a problem, or to just understanding someone's situation. So having product sense, I mean, what is product sense is pretty vague, but what happens when you get product sense is you're able to consistently churn out products that have the intended impact that you had. For example, if you set out to take a goal of increasing activation for your product, you are able to consistently deliver features or consistently deliver initiatives that actually move the number, or that actually move what you had originally set out to, right? To develop these kind of solutions, you need to be in the middle of being very empathetic to the user and creative in the way you approach problems, or in the way you approach solutions. So uh, we will focus on both empathy and creativity. Of course, there are frameworks that I don't think I would be able to cover because of spending only a restricted amount of time here. But the idea was obviously to go as deep as possible into empathy and creativity. Frameworks are something that you can learn over time, or you can learn by applying these two key principles again and again. So what we're trying to cover here is product science at a very meta level. We are not trying to cover how execution of product science happens. So we're trying to cover what it exactly means and how can you develop it, right? So once again, once you get product sense, what you will have is you will be able to instinctively understand users, and you would be able to instinctively uh, deliver solutions that are out of the box, that are not very obvious to other people, right? Moving on, a couple of great examples of product sense, and there's one more which I've not mentioned here, but I think the iPhone, right? So at that time, the true belief was that phones are built for functionality. They are built for calling, they're built for messaging, and that's it. That was the functionality of the phone. iPhone was designed on the premise that people value aesthetics as much as they value functionality. So well, yeah, you can give me calling, you can give me messaging, that's great, or maybe you can give me to play a couple of games, that's good enough, is what people thought. But the product sense in the creators of the iPhone was that no, people actually value aesthetics as much as they value functionality, which is true for us in every sort of way. For example, in a real life scenario, if you're going to buy a house, you're not just going to be looking at it as a functional thing. You will look at it from an aesthetics point of view as well. Aesthetics is generally pleasing. I mean, that is why people maintain their assets so well. They maintain their cars, their houses, uh, they maintain certain systems that they follow, certain work directories that they follow. It is all because of the value of aesthetics in life in general, apart from the value of functionalities, right? So that was the premise on the basis of which the iPhone was created. For example, Facebook, when it was expanding, a couple of key points of repulsion from the audience was obviously one, let's keep it closed because it was created for a closed group. Let's keep it closed, let's keep it premium, let's not invite everyone, right? But the product sense was everyone needs to share information, or everyone is okay to share information, or everyone likes to brag about it or think about it, right? Similarly, newsfeed was initially perceived to be very intrusive, like, okay, whatever am I doing, you're showing it to someone else without me knowing who all are seeing what am I doing, right? And but the the thinking there, or the product sense there, was people are okay to discuss, to understand, or to see, or to consume content, or to consume what is going on in the lives of their friends or people who are with them. Similarly, Snapchat is or Snap Streaks, which is a feature on Snapchat, is built on the premise that People like to know how long have they been in touch with, because that's how you usually talk in real life. I mean, I've been friends with him for 7 years, I've been friends with him for 5 months or whatever. That is the premise on which Snapstreak was built. It was on the inside that people enjoy knowing the length of their friendship, right? So these are like few examples where great product sense led to great products. TikTok is another example, or Reels now here, but originally TikTok is another example of great product sense of knowing that, okay, the 10-second, 15-second immediate dopamine release is what fuels repeat consumption rather than a longer video. That is again something that's come out of, or uh, that's from obviously a strong data acumen, but a very very strong product sense as well. So I hope these examples made it clear on what product sense means.